Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Eagles franchise. It's episode 3 of this season, games 7 and 8, and the bye week, because we're gonna look over some prospects to watch out for in the next draft class. And we're gonna challenge wide receiver Justin Douglas here. I think he has done a very good job at replacing Mitch Slaughter. He has a little bit more speed than Slaughter, and we have seen that in the last episode with a couple of really deep touchdowns, or rather just deep receptions. A couple of them turned into touchdowns. But yeah, Justin Douglas is getting this tandem breakout here, so he's gonna have 150 and every touchdown gives him a bonus or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that, and Devontae Smith gets 2500 XP. The first matchup is gonna go against the Browns, who are still quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, who is 29 now, and looks like he has panned out as a middle of the road quarterback. They still have Nick Chubb, who is one of the best running backs in the game with excellent speed and break tackle, trucking, stiff arm, juke move. They drafted Reggie Nash a couple years ago, and he looks really solid, 93 speed. He's a good route runner. He has good hands. They drafted Anthony Tauscher in the last draft class, and he has hidden depth, which has not been revealed yet. Very balanced receiver. I think he was drafted number 5 overall or something, I think. Then the offensive line of the Browns looks really good. They also drafted this guy a year ago. He's now in his second season, and he looks like a solid right tackle. And then on the other side of the football, Myles Garrett, 98 power moves, 94 block shedding, 91 finesse moves, 92 acceleration. He's going to be a problem for somebody, and that guy's name is Sean Keaton. They also drafted Alfonso Edwards. I think he was drafted a couple years ago. He has developed into one of the better defensive tackles in the league. They still have Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah with his great athleticism and hit power and also zone coverage. But they drafted Rob Webster, a target of mine actually, and he has great athleticism, is at 70 zone coverage, which is fine for a rookie linebacker. And then Mike Wall, a run-stopping linebacker for the Browns as well. So they have a great linebacking core, a great defensive line. And then Denzel Ward, one of the best corners in the league, and he has exceptional speed, man coverage, press ability, and even zone coverage is at 88, so that's fine. They drafted Taylor Whitfield. He was also a target of mine in the last draft class, and he also has exceptional man coverage at his stage of the career. Still a rookie with normal depth though. So yeah, this Browns team looks legit. This is gonna be a game for the playoffs here, and the Eagles are at 5-1 and are trying to continue their rise on the power rankings. And well, since this is a strong offensive line, I don't expect, or like both teams have strong offensive lines, I expect both teams to score a lot of points. Although we gotta say Myles Garrett is probably gonna be a problem. So we'll see. But Christian Landry is having a great season, and he's getting rid of the ball in really no time at all. This time it's a handoff to start the game, and Kenneth Gainwell jukes out one defender. That's 13 on 2nd and 5, resulting in a first down. Now they spread out the defense. It's Matt Upshaw to the left side, and he's got 9 yards, 10 yards actually. 2nd and inches coming up. Christian Landry, and there is someone wide open all by himself downfield. It's a touchdown, Devontae Smith, 55 yards. Wow, Devontae Smith is so dangerous as a deep threat. He has, I think, 93 speed. It really is ridiculous, but they somehow forgot to completely cover him at all. I think it was a cover 2 call, and the safety just did not get over in time. And Smith has his first score of the day. Baker Mayfield not having a great season, but I think it's fine. 3rd and 5 to start this game, and Baker Mayfield has a man open, and that is cut. That is Donovan Peoples-Jones with the first down grab there. That's 21 yards. 1st and 10 to Nick Chubb, and he breaks the tackle by Mike Middleton and then is brought down from behind. And that is, I think, 19 yards, I'd say. 2nd and 10. Baker Mayfield has a clean pocket, but he has got rid of the football and he fumbles it away, recovered by his own O-lineman. But it's Von Miller in the backfield and Alonzo McFadden with the stop. 3rd and 22, Baker Mayfield at the edge of field goal range. You gotta throw it away, man, and he is sacked in his own territory. It's a 16-yard loss. 4th and 38, and that is going to result in a punt. Great play there by the defense. 2nd and 3, Christian Landry gets it away. This guy's wide open. Guess who? It's Devontae Smith again, and he's got a first down. And he's at 79 yards already. 2nd and 4 now. Motion for Justin Douglas. 2nd and 4 goes to Douglas. And he is running down the sideline. That's 14 yards. Landry perfect on the day. 112 yards and a touchdown already. We're closing in on the end of the first quarter. And Landry has a deep drop back. And he is nowhere close to converting this one. Just a few yards to Doug Washington. Nobody else was open. So that's going to result in a field goal as Baker Mayfield has a man wide open. And that is cut. 13 yards. At the sideline. That's Landry. 1st and 10 for Christian Landry now after the Browns had to punt it back. And Dallas Goedert is running down the sideline, and that's about 24 yards to end the first quarter. Now at midfield, Christian Landry has a man open. It's Devontae Smith again. And he absorbs a huge hit. But it is a first down as Jadeveon Clowney has to exit the game into the locker room. So this D-line just got weakened. I formation, Christian Landry, deep shot. And Landry has a man open. It's Justin Douglas at the 5. And that's 24 yards. Landry still perfect on the day. 9 of 9 for 176. 2nd and goal from the goal line now. Christian Landry, touchdown Eagles. And this is a 3-score game. Justin Douglas in the end zone. And the Eagles lead this game 17-0. Now, a few plays later, the Browns managed to get into the Eagles half, but Baker Mayfield off the mark for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and they just add a field goal. Christian Landry is scrambling here, running down the sideline, getting out of bounds. Shoved out of bounds actually by Owusu-Koramoah, and that's a first down at least. That's 12 yards. 1st and 10, and there's a play action taught for Landry, and he's scrambling again, and there is nothing but green grass in front of him, and he runs out of bounds at the 13, and that's 29 yards. Landry already at 73 yards rushing. 2nd and inches. Christian Landry into the end zone. Touchdown Justin Douglas. And he has yet another one. Justin Douglas is filling in nicely for Slaughter here, as the Eagles are now up by 3 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield over the middle. This is Nick Chubb, and they can't stop him. We're inside the 2-minute warning now. 2nd and 6. Baker Mayfield, 80 seconds left. Mayfield takes a deep shot against Grant Delpit. So Donovan Peoples-Jones with the touchdown to cut into this lead again. And now it's Justin Douglas' turn again. After this touchdown, there's a minute left on the clock, and the Eagles are trying to move the football down the field again. 1st and 10, Christian Landry. And open over the middle, it's Dallas Goedert. He just mosses it away from Owusu-Koramoah. And Landry is 15 of 16. Landry with yet another deep shot, and this time it is Justin Douglas once again. It's 17 yards on the play action. Shot, 2nd and goal, Christian Landry. He has a man open. It is a touchdown, Devontae Smith. And Smith has his 2nd score of the day. This Eagles offense is rolling down the field. They extend the lead again, 3 touchdowns. 16 seconds left as Nick Chubb runs it down the sideline. And he is shoved out of bounds with a 24-yard gain. 11 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts here for Baker Mayfield. Deep shot down the middle, and this is caught. Timeout Browns, and this was Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they add a field goal on 2 plays, essentially. Of course, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. The Eagles are leading this game by 18 now. Still a 3-score game. I'm not worried at all. This offense is rolling. We're going to look at another game around the league here, and it's going to be the Giants. And they are going on a winning streak now. They end up winning this game. Joe Frazier is really efficient today. 21 attempts and 196 through the air, 2 touchdowns. While the football team is continuing to lose. Actually, they win this game, and the Steelers are 1-5 after this week. 1st and 10, Baker Mayfield has a man open, and that is caught. It's Reggie Nash, and that's a 1st down. Mayfield also really efficient through the air. 3rd and 5, Baker has a man open. It's Donovan Peoples-Jones, and he breaks tackles here and there. And that is 23 yards to him. That brings up 3rd and goal from the goal line, and they toss it out to Nick Chubb, and nowhere to go. Grant Delpit and James Wiggins on the stop. So that leads to a field goal try, which is almost blocked, but there is a running into the kicker. Or roughing the kicker, actually, I guess. Roughing the kicker, yes. And so that becomes a fresh set of downs. Now they toss it out to the left side. Chubb cuts it up the middle. Touchdown Browns. And they are trying to get back in this game. Still a 2-score lead, though. Offset eye. Christian Landry is scrambling and turns it upfield again. And nobody's there to stop him. And he gets out of bounds with a huge run, which puts him over 100 yards on the ground. And 1st and 10 coming up now. 11 personnel. Kenneth Gainwell to the left side, breaking 2 tackles, running away from defenders, breaking yet another tackle, falling ahead into the 5-yard line. That's 34 yards. I think he broke 3 or 4 tackles on that play alone. Kenneth Gainwell, my God. 1st and goal now from the 4. Christian Landry, touchdown Doug Washington. That was just a quick hitch, and Washington has his score here. The Eagles are ahead by 3 scores again. We're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, and now you've got to make some strides here. Baker, and this time he just throws it out of bounds. Perfect coverage by Chris Madden. 4th down, punted back to the Eagles. Great field position now. Christian Landry has Matt Upshaw, and I don't think that was caught. That's a punt. Baker Mayfield gets the ball again. Play action shot here. He gets rid of it, and there is Landry, who has a 1st down inside Eagles territory. And 2nd and 4 coming up now for Baker Mayfield. It's yet another play action shot as Baker Mayfield is going down, and that's an 8-yard loss. Jonathan Rivera in the backfield. 3rd down and 12. Close bunch to the right. Baker Mayfield, it's a 5-man pressure. Mayfield hit during the throwing motion. Jarvis Landry comes back for a 23-yard gain. Chris Madden didn't see it coming. 1st and goal. Baker Mayfield scrambles to the right side. No, he does not. There is Jonathan Rivera again. And Von Miller and Fletcher Cox combining on the sack here. 3rd and goal coming up now from the 9. As Baker Mayfield has lots of time. Flushed out and still couldn't get rid of it. 14-yard loss. Jonathan Rivera again in the backfield. 4th down, and they're going for it. Play action shot for Baker. 4th and goal. You gotta get this touchdown, and there's lots of time for Baker as he finally throws it to the end zone, and Nash couldn't hang on. That's a turnover on downs, and Dante Jackson broke that one up. 1st and 10, Christian Landry, deep drop back, flushed out to the right side, and he's going down. Nowhere to go. It's Porter Gustin off the edge. 2nd and 24 now. Landry has a play action shot dialed up, and he's going down again. It's Myles Garrett. And now this is getting dangerous. 3rd and 26. They punt it away, but great field position for the Browns after taking over. And this is a 1st down, 11 yards. Now 3 tight ends on the field. It's a touchdown. That was easy. Jarvis Landry just running it up straight down the sideline here on a 9 route. And, well, that was pretty easy. 3rd and 10, 11-point game for Christian Landry. Fumbled the football away. Myles Garrett picks it up, and he's going down quickly. But that means, again, great field position for Baker Mayfield. And Nick Chubb breaks a tackle here, breaks another one. Finally pushed out of bounds. We're at the 2-minute warning. And they are getting close again. 11-point game. If you get the touchdown, you can take the 2-point try. Baker Mayfield into the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Jarvis Landry, who cannot be contained from the slot here. Avonte Maddox needs to do a better job than this. 2-point try to make it a 3-point game. Nick Chubb up the middle, touchdown, or rather 2-point try is good. Into the end zone, 3-point game, and now you gotta run out this clock. Matt Upshot to the right side, cuts it back to the middle. That's 10 yards to start this out with, and the timeout is taken by the Browns. That was actually a 1st down, and that's enough. The Eagles are winning. What a game. The Browns made it a really close call at the end there, but I think that the Eagles the Eagles offense, 38 points again, and the Eagles defense, well, doesn't look too great, but great day on offense for Christian Landry and Baker Mayfield, both of them. Great days on offense, both combining for over 700 passing yards and 8 touchdowns. Nick Chubb had a great day on the ground. Christian Landry as well. And Kenneth Gainwell and Matt Upshaw combined for 100 yards on the ground. No touchdowns though. Jarvis Landry, 158 and 2 scores on 14 receptions. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 153 and a touchdown. Justin Douglas, 123 and 2 scores. Devontae Smith, 103 and 2 scores. Even Dallas Goedert got 52. So yeah, there's a lot of production in this game on offense, but the defensive side of the football wasn't all that great. Doug Washington had a touchdown as well. Now looking for the defense here. Taylor Anderson flew all over the field. This game was ridiculous. Jonathan Rivera was in the backfield all day. He had a lot of run stops and 2.5 sacks here for Rivera. 1.5 for Miller. And Damian Weathersby, Porter Gustin. Fletcher Cox also had a sack, so that is 5 sacks for the Eagles defense, but no picks and no fumbles. Although, no, that's actually not correct. There was Von Miller, but it wasn't a turnover. It was just a forced fumble who was recovered by the Browns, which was recovered by the Browns. And Justin Douglas wins his challenge. Actually, he doesn't. I think he'll only 123. And then something weird happened. Basically, my entire practice squad got signed away. I'm not sure what was triggered by this or like how this happened, but it really is more than half my practice squad. It's like 8 of 12 players, 9 of 12 players, I'm not sure, but it was pretty weird. I'm not sure. So I had to replace a lot of those and did so from the free agent pool. Christian Landry also wins player of the week in the NFC because 5 touchdowns and a combined almost 450 from scrimmage through the air and on the ground. Alonzo McFadden's dev was revealed, although I'm pretty disappointed. It's just star dev. I had hope for a superstar or X Factor, but at least it's star better than normal now. And then we get back Mitch Slaughter from injury. So Justin Douglas's stint as number 2 receiver is over now. And Slaughter is going to take over again, hopefully. Bye week coming up here, and we are going to stay grinding, getting some more XP, losing some stamina. But I think that especially the defense needs some work, allowing 35 points to Baker Mayfield. Although, I mean, they have a pretty high-powered offense, so I think that's okay. And now we're going to choose the national focus position for the scouting, and I already can tell you this is going to be a cornerback. It was from the beginning of the season, and I really like this cornerback class. So we're going to go with corner. And I hope that we find a few interesting prospects to maybe take in the first round. We also have mock draft number 2. And Michael Schaffer is now the top prospect here in this draft. Jermaine Hanna is an edge rusher I really like. If I could get my hands on him, I'd take him in a heartbeat. But we probably won't. And so, yeah. There is Mark Werner, who also looks to be a really solid edge rusher. Tevin Howard as well. Wendell Crowther. There's a lot of edge talent and cornerback talent, which is, ironically, our weakest position groups. Stephon Brown and Demonte Burgess are my 2 favorite prospects right now. We're going to see what the scouting is going to reveal, but those are the 2 top cornerbacks, and both of them have exceptional athleticism. Aaron Hale also looks pretty solid, and as well as Raheem Barr. There's a lot of cornerbacks, Jeff Lipton even. There's a lot of cornerbacks in this draft class, and I really like them. So we're gonna see how this is gonna end. Alex Patton is a edge rusher that I really like. He has exceptional athleticism, and well, I don't think we're gonna select him because he's gonna go way too early if we really make the playoffs. And yeah, we don't know much about him, but he looks like a really great athlete. Probably gonna have A power moves or A finesse moves. Mark Werner, already talked about him. Great to elite strength, and I think the rest of his athleticism is kind of average, but we already know A block shedding, B power moves, so he's gonna be a good edge rusher. Finesse moves, not that much. Glenn Moore, he is an edge rusher I also like. He's 23 though, but he has great to elite acceleration and good to great speed. Only decent to solid strength though. So I guess his block shedding is probably not going to be that great, but A power moves, that is what you want to see, and A tackling as well, so yeah. Tevin Howard, yet another edge rusher I like. He has great to elite acceleration, solid to good speed, good to great strength. So he's an above average athlete with great get off, and I think he's worth a shot with B power moves, but only C finesse moves, so I guess it kind of depends on the block shedding. Jermaine Hanna, he's the top rated edge rusher, or top projected at least, and he has massive athleticism. If I can get my hands on him, I will. A finesse moves, we already know that. Hopefully he has also A or B power moves to complement that. Then let's go for defensive tackles. James Smith, this is not the top rated defensive tackle, but he has great athleticism and A power moves, A finesse moves. He is a monstrous pass rusher right away with potential for block shedding getting up there as well. It's C, it's not that bad. Taj Thomas, another prospect. Day 3 projected, but round 1 to 2 talent. Great to elite strength and solid to good acceleration and speed. So not as good as an athlete, and only B block shedding and C power moves and D finesse moves. But I think that his intangibles are going to make him a higher rated player. And then Stephon Brown. Great to elite acceleration, good to great speed, great to elite strength. He is the projected 1 corner in this draft, and I don't know his zone, but his press is not all that great, and his man coverage is only average. Demonte Burgess. I don't know anything about him, but he's 21. He has good size and weight, great to elite in acceleration, speed, and strength. He looks like a boundary corner with great deep coverage potential, but I don't know anything about his coverages. So we're gonna have to see. Aaron Hale, 6'2", 202, 22 years old, good to great speed, great to elite acceleration, and he looks solid. B press, but we don't know anything about zone or man. But he also has B tackling, which I guess is good. Raheem Barr, 5'9", 193, so he's small, and I'm looking for an outside corner. But he has great to elite speed, and I just know the press, it's B. But I think everything looks just fine. Also, block shedding B is good. And then Jeff Lipton, 6'2", 22 years old, great to elite speed. His acceleration is not that great, but I think to be a deep coverage corner, he's fine. C zone coverage though, but B press. So there is some potential there. And then Austin Weber. He is also a 21-year-old prospect. Good to great speed, great to elite everything else basically. He is an exceptional athlete. He has C zone coverage and C press, so probably not the he's a little raw, I want to say. And then we're gonna go on to the re-signing of Jake Elliott, because he has been a stud kicker and he is happy to sign this $7 million deal for over 2 years. So yeah, we're gonna re-sign him. And then we have somebody coming back from injury, and it is Cam Robinson. And we're also going to sign a guy from the free agent pool, because Keith Farrell is on the market there, and he looks really solid. He is 23 years old only, and I'm gonna sign him to the active roster, not to the practice squad, although we have a lot of space there, because he's 23 years old, and I think he's gonna be a fine backup for a couple of years here until he maybe gets too expensive. And then instead of him, we're gonna move Nathan Pickett to the practice squad, who is 70 overall but a year older. So I think that adjusted for age, Keith Farrell is the better guard. And so we have a new backup here. And we're gonna need him right away. No, we don't. It's Chris Haas's injury, but Landon Dickerson is gonna take over here at right guard. Chris Haas is going to miss this one game here against the Dallas Cowboys, and we're gonna have a division rivalry game here. We're gonna be confident to win this one. The Cowboys offense is really high powered though, so we're gonna see how this is gonna play out, and I hope that the Cowboys are going to be the challenge we're expecting them to be, because these last games have been a little bit too easy. But the Cowboys are one of the top teams in the NFL, just like the Eagles, and this is going to be for the division. Both teams only had one loss, and there is also going to be a challenge for Jonathan Rivera, a breakout challenge, and we have to hold the Cowboys to 75 rushing yards and 1 touchdown, or get Jonathan Rivera 2 INTs or TFLs or forced fumbles or something like that. Dak Prescott, still the QB, 93 accuracy ratings across the board, and he looks like one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Ezekiel Elliott still there, still one of the greatest running backs in the league, and he has great break tackling and stiff arm, juke move. They also still have Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and KC Madden, so there's a lot of speed on that offense, and this is going to be a handful for our defense. Tyron Smith is their top tackle, and he still looks great after all these years. Still a top 3 left tackle in the league. Chris Wise is one of their linebackers, just like Micah Parsons. They have an amazing linebacker duo here, and they are gonna hope to destroy this offense of the Eagles. 87 finesse moves here for Micah Parsons is pretty ridiculous. James Woods is a corner that looks like a future starter, but he is kind of raw right now. And then they drafted Zay Bowen a couple years ago, and he looks pretty special. So they have one of the better young, strong safeties in the league, in Zay Bowen. So yeah, this Cowboys team is stacked, but they have a weakness, and it is their defensive line. They lost a couple players there. I'm not sure. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is still there, but even if he is, he's the only great player they have along that defensive line. And the Eagles offensive line has proven to be really special over these last few games. They did not allow a lot of sacks, although it's also something game plan related, because Christian Landry is always getting rid of the football so quickly. But we're gonna start with the Cowboys on offense, as Dak Prescott is trying to get into this game and take a deep shot right now, and Chris Madden breaks it up for CeeDee Lamb, and that is gonna result in a punt. Christian Landry entering the game in Sunday night prime time, and he is having a special season. Christian Landry here with a play action shot now, and there's a man wide open. It's Mitch Slaughter, and that's a first down inside the red zone, and the Eagles already moving the ball down the field, as Mitch Slaughter is having a comeback game today, and Kenneth Gainwell has a blocker falling ahead. Zay Bowen brings him down after a 12-yard run, and we're at the goal line right now. This could be a quick scoring drive, as play action, Devontae Smith, one-hander, touchdown Eagles. Devontae Smith has yet another score, and he is still targeting the top receivers in the league. He wants to get the Triple Crown this year again. 2nd and 10, Dak Prescott, he has a clean pocket, climbs to the right side, and this is actually caught by Casey Madden over Avonte Maddox. Maddox still having problems with all these slot receivers, as Dak Prescott has a man. Levante David can't bring him down, and that is a 32-yard catch and run for Dalton Schultz. And they are at the goal line now, trying to tie up this game. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown Cowboys. And Zeke is having a touchdown because he hasn't had any this season, apparently. Yeah, he is, by the way, I think leading the rushers in the league. 1st and 10, Christian Landry trying to get flushed out of the pocket, but Micah Parsons is there and takes him down, and that ends probably the drive. 3rd and 17 for Christian Landry. No, he gets rid of it. Is Devontae Smith, and he gets 18 yards on 3rd and 17, and that's a first down. Devontae Smith, man, he is really special. And there he is again, hauls it in, trying to run away, but he can't, and that is at least 36 yards. Devontae Smith already at 52 yards in the first quarter. Does he try to go for 200 today? Christian Landry hands it off to Kenneth Gainwell to the left side, and he gets 14 yards before being tackled by Zay Bowen. Bowen is the last line of defense here. Most of these plays, blitz coming in. Dallas Goedert hauls it in 10 yards. And 1st and goal from the 3. Pressure coming in. Touchdown, Matt Upshaw. Christian Landry has yet another passing touchdowns, and they are reconquering the lead here. It's 14-7. Matt Upshaw with a great angle route on that play. 1st and 10. As Dak has a man open at the sideline. This is CeeDee Lamb. Great comeback route here, beating out Chris Madden. Now, 2nd and 10 inside Eagles territory. Dak Prescott, 4-man pressure. This is Amari Cooper falling ahead. That's 15 yards. Stopped by Taylor Anderson. And so the Cowboys are moving the chains. 2nd and 2 handoff. Ezekiel Elliott falling ahead. That's 10 yards. And he is averaging 6 yards a carry early in this game. We're halfway through the second quarter now. Dak Prescott, 4-man pressure. And he is going down. This is Von Miller. And Jonathan Rivera was also there, but he didn't get the sack, so that doesn't count for his breakout challenge. 3rd and goal. And this is broken up by Chris Madden. That was a nice defensive play here by Madden. Over Amari Cooper, balls in the air, and Chris Madden just knocks it out of Cooper's hands. So that's a field goal added for the Cowboys. Christian Landry. Ball is out, but Travis Maynard falls on it. It's Micah Parson back for his 2nd sack of the game. 3rd and 22 rather. And there is someone behind the defense. It's Devontae Smith racing down the sideline, and Bowen takes him down. But huge play on 3rd and 22 for Devontae Smith. He's having all these huge catches. Bunch left. Landry throws it up for Slaughter. Double coverage. He pulls it in. It's a touchdown. Mitch Slaughter. What a play. This is a ridiculous catch. Slaughter is just slaughtering these guys. James Woods is a future starter, but he's not right now. And Slaughter just beats out 2 guys here. And wow, what an amazing catch for this guy. 21-10 now, and we're inside 2 minutes. And Dak Prescott is going down again. That's a 5-yard loss. Fletcher Cox gets a sack in this game. Good field position now after the punt for Christian Landry. And he throws to Slaughter again. He runs out of bounds with 17 seconds left. They're trying to get a touchdown here. Christian Landry. Back pylon. Touchdown Devontae Smith. And this is a game out of hand. 28-10. And Devontae Smith is having a day. But it was also a perfect route against a linebacker. So Leighton Vander Esch never had a chance, but still great toe dragging here by Devontae Smith. And this is halftime. It's an 18-point game, and it feels like the Cowboys have no chance whatsoever. The Eagles might have the better secondary and are able to cover up this superstar trio of wide receivers the Cowboys are having. And so Dak Prescott is going down a bit on coverage sacks. We're going to look at a different game as Tungo Vailoa is heading in there with a win. They are 5-3 now, and Tungo Vailoa has 2 scores in this game. There is also the... where are they? I missed them. I'm not sure if maybe the Giants have a bye week this week. But it's Dallas Goedert, and that is a first down on a corner route here for Christian Landry. 1st and 10, 4-man pressure. This is Mitch Slaughter, and that's a first down and then some. So 14 yards. And they are moving quickly. They are going to try to end this game. It's Slaughter on the slant. That's 10 yards. 4 touchdowns already for Christian Landry. And they just hand it off to Matt Upshaw. And he is not going anywhere on 3rd and goal. You should have thrown it. But there is no running on this defense apparently, because these linebackers are great. 1st and 10 now. Motion for a tight end. 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott up the middle after the field goal added by the Eagles. It's a 21-point game. And Dak Prescott off his back foot. He has a man open on the field. It's a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, as Chris Madden couldn't get behind this guy again. 2nd and 8. Christian Landry. And there would have been a man wide open. Devontae Smith on the left side. But still a first down and a juked out defender here, as Kenneth Gainwell nowhere to go. Great play by the defense of the Cowboys. 2nd and 13 coming up. And nowhere to go for Gainwell again. So that's yet another loss. 3rd and 15. And Christian Landry is having a tough day here to start the 3rd quarter. And that is not going to be enough. 4th down coming up. Are you going for the 4th down conversion? on this 14-point game? We'll have to see. They are. And Landry has a man open. It's Matt Upshaw, and that's a touchdown. They are extending the lead once again. And Upshaw has yet another touchdown, and they ran this clock down. They milked this clock so far that we're almost at 2-minute warning. On that last drive, they ran it about 10 times. I think it was a 15-play drive or something like that. So yeah, Prescott's gonna throw it, but it doesn't matter. This game is over. And there is CeeDee Lamb again. Chris Madden is having a tougher day against him, but he has played solid this year. There is yet another deep shot, and Madden breaks it up. 2nd and 10, Dak Prescott dumps it off to Casey Madden over the middle, and that's a first down. Mike Middleton on the stop. They are gonna go hurry up here. Dak Prescott off his back foot. Chris Madden breaks it up again for CeeDee Lamb. 3rd and 20. Dak Prescott throws it up the middle, and this time it's broken up by Taylor Anderson. 4th down and 20. Dak Prescott has lots of time. Throws it over the middle. It is caught by Ezekiel Elliott, and that's a touchdown. They actually got the touchdown on 4th and 20. That is kind of ridiculous on a halfback seam. But the game is over. And the Eagles have yet another decisive victory. 17-point game here at the end. This offense apparently cannot be stopped. Christian Landry is having a fantastic season. And he's not missing as many passes as Jalen Hurts was in his last year. Although we also gotta say Christian Landry has a lot of game plan boosts and stuff like that. But still, 30 attempts, 321, 5 touchdowns, no picks. Incredible stat line. And then on the ground, Ezekiel Elliott had 65 yards. And if you remember something, that is enough. They only managed to get 69 yards on the ground because we were milking the clock so fast that they had to start throwing it in the 4th quarter, and they didn't run it at all. And we win the breakout challenge for Jonathan Rivera with that solid performance on offense, as Devontae Smith has a ridiculous day again. 133 and 2 scores. Mitch Slaughter also has a great day coming back from injury. And then Casey Madden, 3 receptions, 51 yards. He had a good day. Also his brother, Chris Madden. So yeah, Matt Upshaw, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns in the red zone. Great game for him. We're going to look to the defensive side of the football. And Zay Bowen, he was flying all over the field. He was the last line of defense a lot of times. And yeah, Juan Thornhill, his counterpart, had also a great day, I'd say. But yeah, Micah Parsons, 2 sacks and the forced fumble. He had a great day. This was an offensive football game and there was not a lot of defense played. But 2 forced fumbles by Micah Parsons. It's kind of ridiculous how good he is. And yeah, the Eagles are taking the division then. And then also we win this other challenge here. And I'm not sure what the reward is. Oh yeah, the Be Confident reward. Yeah. So that's great for the next couple games. And the team earns a little bit of XP. But now the interesting part. As Jonathan Rivera didn't do anything in this game. But I guess he had a couple of run stops here and there. But the defense was good enough to hold them so far back. They had to start throwing it in the second half. And Rivera gets Superstar Dev in just 2,000 XP. But he gets Superstar Dev, and that's what it's all about. And we're going to go into Speed Rusher. He needs to be good at this. +2 finesse moves, +1 tackling. That's fine. He's 25 years old, so he was an older rookie. But considering, yeah, he looks great. 88 finesse moves now. And in the next couple games, he's going to have great play rec and tackling. So I guess he's going to be a strong contributor in the run game as well. As Christian Landry earns yet another Player of the Week. He is balling out, man. 25 of 30. Also is a great stat line. That's 83% completion percentage. And then yet again, it happened. And they signed away Nathan Pickett, that guard I had. and a lot of the other players that I signed after last week. And yeah, this is happening now, I guess. So I'm just gonna get all the highest rated practice squad player every week, and let's see. In the NFL, we're gonna end this episode looking at the complete standings. Panthers and Jags and Eagles are the 3 teams left with only 1 loss. There's also a strong competition in the NFC. The Jaguars are kind of running away with it, but the Buccaneers, the Cowboys are still in the mix there, Panthers and Eagles. So that's 4 teams to look out for the number 1 seed in the NFC. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Eagles franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.